You know, if it wasn't for Kelly,
Yeah?
if it wasn't for Kelly,
Yeah, what did
sincerely.
Kelly say? Hey, you guys are on. What's
She
going
goes,
on?
she goes, I think Matt forgot to hit the button again. She knows me so well. I didn't not hit the button. I totally hit the button. Hi, Dad. Thank you. So basically, Daddy T basically heard the conversation coming out of the room but saw no broadcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, hi, everybody. Welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt.
Yeah.
I don't
Hi,
know what
everybody.
happened there. I really, really don't know.
Yeah, we were actually, you guys, we have been on, we were, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes right now.
Yeah, we were chit chatting like crazy. Yeah. I hit the buttons in the sequence that they were supposed to be hit, and for some reason, it just didn't start a clicking.
It just didn't do it.
And now it is.
All right, hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt. You want to talk about soaps? Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hey, Chandra, thank you so much for everything that you dropped. I read a bunch of names. We talked about Steve Burton. Oh my God.
Yeah, and happy birthday,
And happy
Chandra.
birthday, Chandra.
We said happy birthday at that 5 or 6 minutes, but evidently you didn't hear it.
My gosh. Hey, everybody, come on aboard. Let's talk about some soaps. Carolyn is here. Jeannie is here. Shauna, Akita. Hello, Rochelle. Jenna's with us. Hello, Jenna. Kelly, Connor. Kaiwan is with us. Hello, Kaiwan. And Jeannie and Kelly again. And Carolyn and Allie. Hello, Allie. Chandra dropping off that Dr. Thunder for us. And also some sweets because it's
All
Valentine's
right.
Day. She thinks that we're sweet and we deserve it.
But you can go down to the store today and get yourself a whole mess of Valentine's candy for half off.
Oh, sincerely, especially today and tomorrow.
Yep.
Michelle is with us. Hello, Michelle and Shauna. Hi, everybody. I did not forget, Chandra. I certainly would never forget about this podcast. I would never.
No.
My entire Sunday is predicated with it. Like I wake up in the morning thinking about it. I brew my coffee thinking about it. I read my notes thinking about it. And then finally, I'm here. Hi, everybody. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hopefully, it's actually working this time. I mean, it
Oh,
looks like it is this time. I've got numbers counting. I've
oh,
got an
good.
in broadcast button,
Oh,
and that
good.
wouldn't be there if we weren't currently broadcasting.
Oh, good. Oh, so you guys, so what we were talking about was Matthew saw that in the chat, y'all were talking about Steve Burton.
Yeah, so we were going to jump into the Steve Burton thing right away before we got into the fantasy land of Port
Yeah.
Charles, and so that's what we were talking about. We were saying that Steve Burton posted on Instagram that he's taking a little break.
Yes.
I also said that I thanked our friends over at Suds Media for breaking the news before Steve Burton did. Because on their podcast
Yeah.
Monday last week, they said, hey, get ready, Steve Burton's probably going to be taking a break. And the very next day, he posted it on Instagram, I'm going to be taking a break until the summer.
Yeah, he said he'll be back in the summer. It's Jason is not gone.
No,
He's
from
got a
my
little
understanding, actually,
hiatus.
he pulled a Jeannie Francis. He pulled a Finola
Yeah.
Hughes and
Yeah.
filmed some stuff to sprinkle in while he's away.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
perfect.
And to catch up completely with the first 5 minutes that we've condensed down into a minute and a half. Kelly, you're
So
absolutely
yeah,
right. Rumors began to swirl immediately to a point where Steve Burton had to go and post again, which you had missed.
yes,
But
I
he had
missed
to,
the second post.
but he had to go and post again. This guy, I'm not sick. Nobody's pregnant. Nobody's dying. Everything's fine. He basically said, I'm 55. I'm newly married. I'm feeling good and healthy. I just want to go and live some life.
Yeah, he wants to have some leisure time.
Yeah, he wants to go and
Probably
spend some.
travel a little bit this spring.
I also heard a little rumor rooski too that he might be moving with everybody else and leaving the Los Angeles area.
Well, he did that before.
I heard Tennessee or something. Just like everybody else is going to. Might be in his
Yeah,
future. Do you
yeah.
think that maybe the production of General Hospital might be planning and preparing to move to Tennessee?
Well, you know what? That wouldn't be such a bad idea. Not really. I mean, they got like a little Hollywood there.
Do they?
Yeah,
Oh,
they got
really?
studios and stuff.
I didn't know. See, Los Angeles is dying, folks.
When it comes to entertainment, well,
It's not.
and
It's
just
not the place anymore.
it's not really. It's not really.
It's getting all spread out across the world.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
yeah.
I didn't know Tennessee was gearing up with a bunch of studios and stuff. I mean, it's good with the number of people that have been headed out that way. I'm starting to wonder. I'm starting to wonder
I'm
if they know
starting to
something we
wonder
don't.
too. I'm starting to wonder too because you're right there. It's just a truckload of people that have moved out there.
I wouldn't be surprised. Remember when they moved all my children from New York over to Los Angeles?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
It was a huge deal.
It was a big deal. It was a big deal. Starting
It was a
rumors. I don't
huge
know if I'm
deal.
starting rumors. I'm reading between the lines, Jeannie. Sometimes a theory is just a theory.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
I just wouldn't be
I
surprised.
mean, with the success, and here's the thing too, with Beyond the Gates, Beyond the Gates has been in production for well over a year now, which is long enough for other studios to go, look how cheap that is. Look at them not being in Los Angeles. The only thing is that they've been pretty much filming General Hospital at Prospect Studios forever.
I think it's been there since the very beginning. That's the
You
only
know,
place it's ever
so it could be like
ever been
next to
filmed.
free for them to be doing it in that facility,
It has got to be right.
especially if it's ABC owned. With
And
with
the
all,
only other thing that they do there is Grey's Anatomy.
and that's also on ABC, so it probably is a Disney property. Steve Burton did not say anything about moving on his podcast, says Kelly. So, I don't know if
Yeah.
that's the truth.
Well, he used to live there. He did live there for a while.
Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a few years ago.
Well, maybe it's time for him to go back, or maybe he's still got a. I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe
You
it
know,
was just something older,
Kristen Storms, she just moved there,
and now she's doing the commute.
and now she's doing the commute. She probably staying at somebody's house.
Hello,
If she
Melinda.
comes out here, she stays at someone's house.
Unless she got herself a little apartment,
Or she got herself a little apartment or something.
some little Kirsten Storm's cutesy studio.
I tell you what, you can buy yourself a. I mean, when we're used to California, right? California prices.
Yeah.
You can buy yourself. Oh man, you could damn near buy yourself a Spoon Island in Tennessee for.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't
It would
know.
be somewhat affordable.
Keep your eyes on the news, folks. Get ready. Get ready. We could be dropping the spoiler now. Prospect Studios moving to Tennessee. I'm kidding. That would be such a huge just the change. And to have to haul all that stuff out to Tennessee, that would be the time to redo all the sets.
Yeah.
But to put it to bed, Steve Burton didn't say anything about moving. That's just something that I heard people talking about. Unconfirmed rumors out there. The only thing that is a fact is that he's healthy, he's fine, nobody's sick. He just wants to go party for a couple of months with his new family.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If that's something that you can do within your career, I say, why not? My gosh. Like, do it. You probably aren't aware, but and a lot of people wouldn't be, but like Intel Corporation,
Yep.
if you have work, I think you have to work there. If I remember correctly, it was either 7 or 10 years you had to work there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got a sabbatical for 6 months, a paid sabbatical for 6 months.
Wow. I want a 6-month sabbatical in my 10th year. We're going to give you 6 months to decide if you want to give us another decade.
And this was before there was so much online learning, for college,
Mm-hmm.
online classes and stuff for college. But they would they would they had like a satellite campus on the Intel campus
Oh, neat.
where you could go to college and work,
Got to stay up to date with the
Weird.
latest tech so
And
you
they
can
paid
continue
for
to
it.
work hard.
and they paid for it.
Well, good. I mean, working in tech is like being a doctor. You got to stay up to date with the latest innovations.
Yeah.
And Dr. Terry
Yeah.
Randolph is going to make sure that General Hospital is up to date with the latest. They haven't said so on the show.
Well, I
We haven't
hope
seen her.
I know they talking about her. In the General Hospital is they talk about characters. Usually they're gonna pop up. So maybe we're gonna see Terry soon.
I think that we're going to see somebody named Peter before that, but yeah.
Yeah, he's just not gonna have Wes Ramsey's face. That's all.
Yeah, unless he does. Wouldn't that be a turn? Wouldn't
That
that
would
be
be-
a surprise?
That would be a surprise. That would
Whoa.
be a surprise.
Let us start at the top of my list, Ma. Let us start
Okay.
in truth. All right, in seriousness on this podcast here at the very top of my list, and we have to congratulate a man who doesn't really want it, but he's going to do it anyway because gosh darn it, who else is
Mm-hmm.
And that's permanent commissioner Dante. Mac's
He
too busy.
is, yes.
Even though he's been split between Boston and Port Charles because of Maxie, and that's not going to be much of a problem anymore.
Nope.
I think he's the man. He's the one. New commissioner going forward, Dante. Permanent position.
Yes,
I'm calling it here.
And he seems to kind of like doing it. He seems to.
Yeah, I think that he sees the importance of it. I don't know if he likes it. I don't know if anybody likes being a commissioner.
It's complicated though because, of course, it's a soap opera. But Dante's, his dad. What a conflict of interest, huh?
It's always been a conflict of interest. It always has been. But, they've talked about it on the show already. His record speaks for itself.
Yeah.
There is no one better than Dante Falconieri. He doesn't even have the last name Corinthos.
Oh, Matthew, we should ask Angela about the dog from last week.
I mentioned it and she didn't know. I talked to her on the phone a couple of days ago. I mentioned to Angela, we think that it's Sonny's dog, and she said I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Yeah?
She too found it just so random.
Yeah.
And his
And I know
connection
she does talk to Maurice and Paul every once in a while.
Hey, Tracy. Yeah, she does. Every once in a while. No, Matt can go back to work. You're right, Allie. Now he can go back to work being the chief of detectives. Dante got to skip that role.
Yeah.
He got to skip that. Unless ultimately they're going to decide that maybe Dante needs to be the chief of detectives while Mac is the chief in charge.
Yeah. Well, they don't use Mr. Yorks that much.
No, he's not part of the regular main cast. So I don't know. I guess it depends on how necessary it is to have a police commissioner as a part of the roster.
You know what I'm so thrilled about though when it comes to him?
Mm-hmm.
He got sick and he got better.
Yeah, that's good to see, right?
That's good to see because we have not seen that on General Hospital. We've, our cast that we love so much.
Yeah.
We have seen them get sick and not get better.
It's true. So it was. I think that's why everybody kind of rallied around it and felt so involved, even though nobody was. At least not on our end.
Right.
But as fans of General Hospital, we found out and we were very hopeful and we all celebrated.
Yeah.
Together in unison.
Yeah.
That ultimately he's all right. And same thing, I think, too, with Kirsten Storms. I think that's why we're all so invested in whether or not Kirsten is going to be on the show or not.
Mm-hmm.
Is because we want to see those victories for the people who work on the show.
Sure. She's been through some stuff. She's had a couple of surgeries.
And I'm glad that she's back on the show. So let's talk about that, Ma.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that, all right? Because I don't care about Dante. I care about Dante, but I don't care about Dante's job. I care about Dante and his family and how he gets along with people and what he gets to do, like dramatic scenes where he gets to do good stuff. Like, Dante's a good, solid character. But whether or not he's a detective or the chief of the police, unless it's a story about being the chief of police, I don't think it really has much difference on Dante.
It doesn't. Dante, he's going to be kissing on Elizabeth before you know.
Yeah, you really still feel that, huh? Still thinking. It's good. Elizabeth needs somebody, right? It's nice to see Elizabeth with somebody since the whole Lucky thing didn't work out.
Well, yeah, and actually, I thought it was kind of nice to see her without somebody for a little while too, because the character of Elizabeth, they just never, ever, ever, ever leave her single. So they left her single for a minute.
Yeah, she got to be everybody's friend.
Yeah, and then that's why they're using her so much on the 10th floor.
And then also, it puts her in a position to give Lucas bad advice.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, just because he's keeping secrets from you doesn't mean that your love is bad. Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, come on now, honey.
Yeah, did you learn something, Elizabeth?
You've had a life with men, Elizabeth.
Yeah. But, she went, we didn't see it, but I guess she was supposed to go out with Rick.
I think that, yeah. I'm sure, they agreed to not fight each other, right? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Rick Herbst. Rick
Right.
Herbst. And did you know that his real last name is actually Herbst? Just like Rebecca's?
Really?
Yeah. He just
Huh.
changed it to Hearst because it's not Herbst, and Hearst is a little more Hollywood friendly, I would say.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. His real last name is Herbst, just like the actress who plays Elizabeth.
Yeah,
It's wild.
but they're not related.
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
I don't think
Because
so.
that is not an unheard of name, but it's not also common either.
No, it's just very. We just happened to cast two people, but his stage name is Rick Hurst.
Yeah.
So,
Huh.
anyway, I think so. Since he's kind of sprinkled in and not, sprinkled in and not, we get a little Rick and then we get no Rick, and we get a little Rick and we get no Rick, right? I think that they're still trying to figure it out, like with him, like figure out
Yeah.
the balance. How could we keep Rick as a presence on the show without signing him to a contract and without draining his bank account with plane tickets?
Right, because he don't live over there in that area either.
No, but it seems
I
like
don't
that's going to
remember
become
where he
an
lives.
increasing. It seems like it's going to become an increasing challenge for the showmakers, though, because a lot of people are not living in Los Angeles anymore. Now, by a lot, I mean like 4, but more so than ever.
Yeah, well, Hollywood is shrinking.
Yeah.
Entertainment is so different than it used to be. It's hard. I think it's just harder in entertainment now to make money.
Well, they did it to themselves, but absolutely, it's way harder for studios to make any money off of anything. Really, the studios that make any money off of anything are the studios that do stuff other than just movies.
Yeah.
Apple and Amazon and Disney all do stuff that isn't movies on top of doing movies, and so their movies don't necessarily have to be billion-dollar blockbusters in order for them to be profitable companies.
Yeah.
Paramount and Sundance and all of those that are exclusive movie studios have to make billion-dollar movies, otherwise people aren't taking them seriously anymore, and it's just creating a problem.
Yeah.
On top of that, too, VHS and DVD sales are non-existent. So
Exactly.
there's no back end of second income streams or, making their royalties off of Blockbuster and all of that sort of stuff that used to exist.
And the same thing with music. All music is just downloaded now. You don't have to purchase nothing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you just stream it. You just pay your
You
monthly
just
fee.
stream
And then, ownership is gone now too, so I don't own any of the music I'm listening to, and one day if they decide that they don't want to play Billy Ray, he's not on my list, but they decide they don't want to play Billy Ray Cyrus anymore, then that's it. Nobody gets to listen to him anymore because nobody actually has the CD.
Right. Right.
It's wild. It's wild. But also, though, it also makes it so soaps are now more viable than they had been before. Because they're the alternative. They're so totally different. Every other show, you're getting 8 to 10 to 15 episodes now. You're not getting your 22 episode runs of Star Trek The Next Generation.
No.
You're getting your season tale, right? Of episode 1 to 10. And it's one long story. It's a movie split into 10 parts. That's what we're getting
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. I just finished watching Landman,
Yeah.
new season of Landman. It was only 10 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And they doled them out one every Sunday night.
Wow. Well,
They
that's...
did it that way.
Well, they're trying to make sure that people are subscribed to the platform for 2 months.
Yeah. Paramount Plus.
But soaps get to be, sort of an alternative to that because they're ongoing. They don't stop. They keep on doing it every single day. You can tune in, and it's long. It's long. You really get to spend some time with these characters, and you don't get to spend that time with the same characters anymore.
Yeah,
Also,
that's why we love them so
they're
much.
also now proving to be a little more profitable again than they had before. They're seeing that General Hospital is doing well with viewership.
Mm-hmm.
The other shows are doing decently enough with viewership. People are still subscribing to Peacock to watch Days of Our Lives, no matter what the quality of that show is. And so they're really seeing that scripted daytime dramas are still very much something that they can do.
And you can get if you have a membership for Walmart for delivery,
Yeah?
I pay $100 a month a year for that,
Uh-huh.
and unlimited grocery delivery or whatever delivery
Yeah.
from Walmart, whether it come from your local store or a warehouse across the country, depending on what you order. But one of the perks of that is Peacock is free.
Well, there you go. There you
If
go.
you
People aren't even
have-
paying for that. They're just didn't
If
deal
you
with
have
Walmart.
Now that's why I have got the commercials on the Peacock, is because it's
It's the
free.
free one.
It's the free one.
Rick Hurst changed this. Thank you very much for the info, Kelly. Rick Hurst changed his last name because another actor had that last name, and no, he's not related to Rebecca.
Oh, and I know that when you go get your card,
Hello,
what's that
Tyrone.
card?
Your sad card. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You can't have repeat names.
No, 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 no. That's
That's why Michael E. Knight is Michael E.
because
Knight.
there was another Michael Knight.
There was Michael Knight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
he put the E in there. He didn't really, that was something that he felt like he had to do, but not something that he was
And
thinking of.
listen, folks. Of course, if your name is Michael Jordan, you're going to put a B in the middle of it and be Michael B. Jordan. I totally get it. I totally understand that. But also at the same time, Michael Jordan did make a movie called Space Jam, in which
Yeah, he
he
did.
would have had to have been in the Screen Actors Guild. And if he had
Yeah.
kept up his membership, then the name Michael Jordan was already taken.
Yeah.
Actually, I believe it's Paramount Plus that's free. Oh, well, okay. Maybe you're getting Paramount through Walmart. Regardless, you're getting a streamer through Walmart.
I am.
Whatever. Whatever. With Jason gone, no more Jason Britton. That might be true. Connor. Daisy
Yeah.
says, I can't buy Jason and Britt. The first time, yes, but something is missing this time around. And Daisy, I'm kind of with you. And the with it, and what's missing this time, I really think is Steve Burton's buy-in.
You think so?
Look at that love scene. Like, I understand that he doesn't necessarily want to be rolling around on the bed with necessarily anybody but Laura Wright. I get that. But also at the same time, that man gave her nothing.
Yeah.
He gave her nothing. At least with Brooklyn and Chase, they're on the same page with it.
Right.
And so they maximize their muted romance.
Right.
Together they do. Like, they play up their little moments as they can to the maximum of their clothed comfort.
Right.
When it comes to Jason and Britt, clearly Kelly Tebow is happy to do without whatever, and Steve Burton is like, what kind of Danishes do we got this week?
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be into it, does he?
No.
No.
Hello, you Dak.
He don't want to be loving on nobody but his wife, Michelle.
Michelle, and I think that because of the Steve Burton and Laura Wright friendship that has existed before General Hospital up to today, and they've known each other for 35 years, and Laura Wright really gets along with his wife and all that sort of stuff, I just really think that if there's anybody that he's going to be comfortable having intimate scenes with, it would be Carly, and that's it.
I think so too.
And that's just a feeling I get. That's not based off of
And
anything.
back,
I don't know these
back when
people.
they actually had their wedding,
Yeah.
and they almost had a wedding night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they sold that really well.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking that along with this break that Steve Burton is taking, it's also going to give the writers an opportunity to kind of shake the sandbox a little bit.
Sure.
See what else it is that they can uncover. And who
Yeah.
knows, maybe the future is Brit and Pascal.
No.
See, the thing is, Brit
Who needs to
is
die? Come on now.
Brit's a tough character because she's a challenging person as Britta Westbourne. She's a challenging person.
Yep.
And on top of that, too, there's a large section of the audience that has never forgiven her and doesn't like her. And that's totally valid. There's a lot to not like about Brit.
Yeah.
So it's very hard for them to figure out where it is that she can fit in the cast. She can't necessarily date Lucas. He's too good for her. I understand that he's gay too, but when it just comes to like the character type, Lucas is too good for her. He would be like Griffin, Dr. Griffin.
Sure. Yes.
You
Yes.
know? Like, he's too good for her.
He's too
Right?
good for her.
But
Yes.
then you also don't necessarily want to send her to the dark side, where Sidwell is too bad for her.
Right.
You know? So you gotta find that person in the middle. And Cody really fit, but their chemistry really didn't hit.
No,
So-
I think he had actually better chemistry with Molly than he did with Brit.
Brit and Pascal, give your head a shake, Matt. You like this? Pascal is creepy. So I don't know where Brit fits outside of Jason. I understand why they stuck with the Jason lane for so long, because Jason is the type of character that it could work with.
Hmm.
He's not too good and he's not too bad, and he can absorb her baloney and put up the Jason shield and all that nonsense.
Right.
But I just don't get the feeling, because you can tell, we've talked about it on the show multiple times over the years. You can tell when an actor is like, oh, this story's great and fun, versus when an actor is going, I'm showing up for the paycheck until I get a fun story.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, and I think, it's just from watching it so much,
Yeah.
having 5 shows a week, you start to get a feel for people
Yeah, yeah,
and
and
what
that,
they're, you
and
can
that's not,
tell when this is compelling and they're enjoying it.
and that's not to say everybody.
Right.
You can never tell if Laura Wright thinks it's stupid, and she might never think it's stupid.
No, they say that Laura is just
Happy to play anything.
happy to do it. You know what? And I've heard Steve Burton say this too, though, before. Shut up and do the work.
Shut up and do the work. So there's this thing that I learned early on in my pro wrestling career from Stone Mountain Larry Blackwell, and that was to always do the booking. Never argue with the booking. Don't be like, oh man, this is stupid. Let's do something else. Da, 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 da. Take the booking, even if it's dumb, and figure out how to make it work. That's your job.
Yeah.
That's your job.
Yeah.
Figure out how to make it work. What is it in the psyche of this character that is making them make this decision right now? That's up to you as the actor to help the audience connect with. Figure it out.
Yeah.
And I think Laura Wright does a great job with that.
Oh, I think so too.
But the character of Carly allows her a little bit of opportunity to do that, because the character of Carly gets to do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
She can
Yeah,
lie, she can
that's
cheat, she
sometimes.
can steal, she can be in this whole thing with Brennan, up to the point where she's still having intimate scenes with him. Oh goodness, uh, you know.
Yeah, and the character of Carly, to me, is like, how do you do that, girl, without getting all icked?
By focus, by determination, by getting revenge on this man. I'm gonna take him down.
Yeah.
I had a pro wrestling. You had a pro wrestling career? Nothing big, nothing huge, but it was a lot of fun, and I did it for like 5 or 6 years in the Bay Area.
Yes. And if you go into YouTube, you could find Matthew wrestling.
Search all pro wrestling on YouTube or Gold Rush Pro Wrestling, the most recent videos I do commentary. I just throw that in the chat for you guys. It's
Yeah.
years old now, though. I haven't done
Yes.
it in like 6 years. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time since Matt did any wrestling stuff. He even did a podcast before anybody who knew what a podcast was.
Yeah, a little bit, little fun little thing. It was a vlog back then on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're never going to see me in the Royal Rumble. Though somebody I worked with debuted in the Royal Rumble this year. Do you remember Will Rude?
Yes.
Yes, he debuted at the Royal Rumble for WWE.
Well, Ruth thought your sister was hot.
Will Rude could very well have been my brother-in-law if life was different. In another universe out there, he was. He was. But he wrestling Powerhouse Hobbs was his name in AEW, and now he's known as Royce Keys. And also, he got in trouble, quote unquote, because people thought he was 35. But indeed, he's not. He
He's
came
older
into
than me.
wrestling. He came into wrestling the same time I did, and I am not 35.
No.
But people thought that he was younger. Found out that he was older, and apparently he's in trouble because people thought he was younger. And by
Oh.
in trouble, I mean people whine on the internet about it.
Yeah. Well, I saw a video of him. Your dad showed it to me. He
Yeah.
goes, look. Did you? And you know what? If I didn't know that was him, I wouldn't have recognized him.
He's-
He's so enormous. He's so enormous, and his face looks so different.
He's older. He's not 20 anymore. Anyway, that has nothing. That is my personal life. That is my life outside of this. That is the life that afforded me the gift of being able to talk for longer than an hour without stopping. It's because of pro wrestling.
That
So
has
you
a
could-
lot to do with it, Matt.
So you can thank them for that. Being able to think of promotion at the same time in my mouth as talking about other things is a skill that I learned from wrestling.
Yep.
But back
You
to the
sure
show.
did.
It'd be cool to see some wrestling on General Hospital. I know Vinny from Suds of the Squared Circle would absolutely love that, to see like some wrestler show up, to have some sort of
Oh, he
wrestling
would love
match.
that. Well, if that could ever happen, it would be a scene with Josh Kelly for sure.
Oh, definitely. Speaking of Josh Kelly, ooh, mama, ooh, I hope this is true, okay? Okay? Because you can't say Josh Kelly without thinking Chloe Lanier.
That's true.
All right?
Because
Because they are an
that's
item.
his lady.
They are a unit,
They
okay?
are, and they've been
And
together for some time.
here's the thing, too, all right? We got to hang out a little bit at the GH Fan Club event with the two of them. They were way off to the side. You know, people were getting distracted by Rory Gibson and by Lucky and by Sonny and all that, and they were way off to the side, right?
It sure
Which
were.
means we got to hang out for a little while.
Yeah, we got to go over there and chill for a
So
while.
we hung out with both of them for a little bit.
Yeah,
And they are
yeah.
so cute together. Like,
They are adorable
here's the
together.
thing, though. Here's the thing. Their chemistry that they have together in that thing, which they're playing it up and being cutesy and doing it for the fans, you know, I'm sure it's a
Sure.
little more serious at home. But they could so easily take that to TV and make it fun.
Oh, they sure could.
They so could take that to TV. And here's another thing, my Chloe Lanier. I saw this just before we started broadcasting today, so she said it very recently.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be something if Nell wasn't dead? Now,
Well, we know.
why on earth would an actress
Say that.
for General Hospital
Uh-huh.
that still has connection, that still has ties, not only when it comes to a good relationship with the people who made the show, a current relationship with somebody who is on the show,
Right.
and also the turn of the fans over the last couple of years when it comes to thinking that Nell wasn't so bad after all when it came to villainy.
Right.
Why would she possibly say that, especially now with all of these resurrections, with
Oh,
evil Willow? Why
I
would
think
she
it,
say that?
oh, for Nell. Oh, Nell and Willow scenes would be so good. They could be double mint bad twins.
And one of them dates Cody. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. Molly and
Yeah.
Cody is fine. I like them for what they are. They're a break from serious. And they're the silly. They're the irreverent. They're a little too mature, I feel, for the level of story they're playing. I feel like this is something Molly could have played 10 years ago.
I agree.
You know, I feel like the content of their story is a little juvenile for the age of these characters.
Yeah. Like, like they're not discovering love for the first time, but they playing it like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, the content is fine. The content is fine. And this is not a criticism. This is not a heavy criticism. This is not me whining, complaining, or B-wording around about the show. It's just a little young. You know, I've never read a book. I don't understand the character arc. And, yeah, okay. It's cute though. It's not intense. It's not Lucas going up against villainy,
right.
overhearing things he shouldn't and having his whole world fractured in front of him. It's not that. It's not that deep.
Not that.
It's not that deep. But it's fine. And I just don't think that it has necessarily longevity. I don't think that it's necessarily a pairing that's going to like keep Cody and Molly around.
No.
You know?
Right.
Cody and Nell, on the other hand, I really think that they would be able to nail it. I think they would be able to play like that attraction of people who have made terrible choices in their life and want to do better. Oh, I would be so in for it. I would be so into it. I really would. I hope that
Well,
Chad agrees.
I've always said, that I didn't think Nell's dead.
No, she's too good to be dead.
Yeah. I didn't, that would be a character that would come back someday.
There's so much more you can do with Nell. So much story that you can continue to tell with Nell, especially since they made her Nina's daughter.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have to come back into the fold being like, oh, I hate you, Carly. Mm-hmm. She can come back into the fold and be like, I am a part of the Reeves nonsense.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
full Reeves.
Yeah. And I came back because my sister and my mama need me.
There's that. Or, I'm never going to... How dare my sister try to out murder me, huh? How dare my sister show up and...
I need to come back and show her what real villainy looks like.
Oh, my gosh. Ugh. Spinelli used to mention they used to have boxing back in the day on GH. Every once in a while. Yeah, you're right, Tyrone. They used to do the gym. They haven't gone to the gym in a little while.
Yeah, Sonny's gym.
Sonny's gym, but he's always in there, with his
Yeah,
his
they haven't used
sleeveless
that
shirt
set in a
on.
while. They haven't used that set in a while, and they
No.
had one of the gym body kids running it for a while, right? Didn't they?
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, I missed all of this before because we were talking, as we do, when we were talking about who could be with Brit.
Right.
And this one came up from Connor and Shauna. They both think that Dante and Allie. Dante and Brit. Dante and Brit might be interesting. The only
Well, they'd
drawback.
have to get over it, right? They'd have to get over, he doesn't like her right now, and the whole Rocco thing and
Well,
stuff.
there's a thin line between love and hate. The opposite of love isn't hate. The opposite of love is detachment.
Oh,
It's not caring.
right.
Because if you have an ex that you're still pissed off about, you're still emotionally invested. Especially if they're like making choices and you're like, how could they make that choice? Why would they buy that house? Why would they take that job? It has no impact on you anymore. But you're still mad about it because you still care to a degree. There's a thin line between that love and hate.
Yep. I agree.
Indifference is the opposite of love. That might be interesting. And then the other one was Drew and Brit. I don't know what the future for Drew is. And that's really exciting.
It is super exciting, especially since we discovered last week that he doesn't have a stroke at all. He's
No.
got locked in syndrome, and he's got to have medication to stay locked in. So she's got to and she's just pushing it right through his IV now.
Oh, yes. That's all you got to do.
Wait till dumb Chase realizes that he was wrong about Willow. So wrong.
Definitely looking forward to that. That'll be after the sweeps. That's going to be the next thing. Because now,
wrong.
Mother, now, we sort of had a blend, Mother. Maxie's awakening was kind of like what you had said, and kind of like what I had said. Because it was Valentine's Day, and there was decoration, and there was love. But it wasn't, let's rush over there and give Mommy her Valentine's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people complained about, sure, she'd been laying there for 6 months. She woke up fully clothed and, was able to jump up on her feet. Well, yeah, but it's a soap opera. They kind of did the same thing with Lulu to a certain degree.
Do you not think, because we didn't see Maxie get out of the bed and walk to the door, okay?
Right.
You really don't think that Maxie wouldn't have got out of that bed and changed? Just on instinct, And, they showed her before and she wasn't wearing a gown. But just go with me here for a second. Don't you think that Maxie would have woken up and saw, what am I wearing? And immediately went to the closet before talking to somebody? Because I do.
I feel differently about that. Only because because the character of Maxie is willing to wear that holy toe-up sweater. So why wouldn't she stay in her jammies?
No, somebody knows Maxie well. Lulu, Mac, somebody who was like, Maxie would not be caught dead in a coma wearing that. All right? Maxie would not be caught in a coma wearing that.
If
Put some
anybody
pants and
said
shirt on.
if anybody said that, it would be either Nina or Lucy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that they just made sure that Maxie was going to be comfortable, looking sharp. And even then, she was still just wearing a t-shirt and pants, folks. I really don't know what we're up in arms about. She wasn't in a gown. Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
You're going to be a long-term patient. They're not going to leave you in a gown the entire time.
I mean, they might. It's way easier to access stuff and clean people from a gown than pants. But listen, folks. This is Maxie Jones we're talking about. She's going to stand in that doorway looking stunning, and I'm very happy to have seen it. I was happy with it. I was. I know it's easy for people to go, oh, well, but, it's a soap opera. People wake up from comas and stand up. It's not a big deal. It's a TV show. We're moving on, folks. We got a story to tell, and it's not how Maxie got out of bed the first time. I'm with it. I'm with her leaning against it and speaking as if no time had passed, like she just woke up from a nap.
Yeah.
You know?
Why aren't this isn't GH, she
Yeah.
says.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
How
She
long
did
have you
not
been out?
realize she'd been
No.
asleep for 6 months.
No. She thought that she got a little felt a little sick on the Home and Heart set,
Yeah.
and then got up and not GH.
Yeah.
She experiencing what Peter says. Excuse me. What Nathan says he experienced.
Yeah. And Felicia tells her that Nathan is not dead. And she was, of course, that was just we didn't see much past that. But yeah, maybe she ain't gonna buy it at all.
There was just, well, here's the thing. He died in front of her.
Yeah, he did.
You know, if like, I know it's so planned. And sometimes a character is primed to just accept it because it's so planned. But also at the same time, she was there, all right?
Yes.
She was there. Nobody else was there. I was there. I know that he was dead. I felt it. I
Yep.
felt that he was gone. And if he wasn't gone, I would know it.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's what I hope. That's what I want.
Yep. You're probably right. You are probably.
It's classic.
Well, you know what I was really pleased with? Really pleased with? Because this is so not GH. They showed her face and had her wake up in the same gosh darn episode.
Right? My prediction last week was we were going to see like a toenail.
I know.
You know, a painted toenail that wiggles. And you're like, oh, Maxie's waking up.
Yeah. We was seeing Wiggly Toe for 3 weeks, right? No.
No, we were all gathered
No.
around, full face, full everything. Jeannie says no one washed Maxie's makeup off in 6 months. Well, they did such a good job with that makeup 6 months ago that they weren't going to disturb it. Like, it was solid makeup.
Maybe somebody putting some makeup on her, just like how she used to go do Lulu's nails.
Exactly, folks. They know who Maxie is, and she's not going to want to wake up to see her face bare, to see her body covered in a gown. She wants to wake up and see Maxie. Plus, also at the same time, maybe the sensation of putting a little foundation and blush on, a little lipstick, might help her wake up. And we were right.
Yep.
She woke up. She
Yep.
could have been totally undone before Valentine's Day. But Georgie was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do my mom's makeup, all right? They're not going to give me the Sora's disease. I'm going to stay 12 forever. Even though Rocco and I were born at the same time, he's still 4 years older than me now. Okay? Because I missed that gravy train, because I missed that boat, I'm going to do this makeup, okay?
Yeah.
Now, that is something that I have noticed. Especially since the whole Danny Charlotte thing.
Yeah.
Not only did people have things to say about it a week ago, but they had more to say about it this week. Because the show had things to say about it.
They sure did. They sure did. It's like, oh my goodness, I wonder, okay, if General Hospital thought, all right, folks are losing their minds. We are going to have to explain this.
There's not enough time for them to do that. What they did is they predicted that people were going to lose their minds. And then did everything that they could to try to make it so that the characters didn't care. Without just ignoring it, because I guess they really couldn't.
Right.
They had to talk about it, and they did briefly. And we are all centered on the fact that the only relative that they can call the same category, all right? Because someone's uncle isn't going to be the other person's uncle. Someone's first cousin is not going to be the other person's first cousin. Someone's niece isn't going to be the other person's niece. The only relative that they can call the same thing is a dude over 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Which was like Mikos's parents or something.
Yeah.
And even
Alexis did a pretty good job of explaining it.
Yeah, and even then it was great-grandfather or great-great-grandfather versus great-great-great-grandfather or something like that. And so the show has gone to the length to explain that on the family tree, they're still far too close. I don't know what this show is doing. Ma, this is me taking Sierra out for a date. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I met her when I was a little child 4 times that I can recall, if even that. I don't even know what she looks like.
Well, I do, but yeah.
That would never have happened.
No.
It would never have happened. And not only, and I would have been like, hey, Ma, this Sierra, she's so pretty. I'm going to take her out. And you know what you would have said? It's your problem. No, you're not.
Yeah.
So,
I don't
so
do.
it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how they explain it on the show. It's too close.
I think it's too close because they have known each other for so long.
They've known of each other, you know.
Yeah.
They haven't necessarily been in the same circles because the characters hadn't been used, but they've both been in Port Charles together. They were both considered Cassadines together. It's taken me a couple of weeks to get to my true feelings about it. Is this something that I'm going to just be like, whatever? Or am I going to be like, no, I think I'm going to have to take the no side of things at this point.
Yeah.
You know?
I think a lot of people are feeling just like you, Matt. Like, oh no, I'm never gonna ship this.
Yeah, it's too close. It's too close. And I understand that Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth were the same relation and all that sort of stuff. But that's also we're talking about royal lines that are thousands of years old. That
Right.
never got up to date with modern expectation. So
Right.
So I don't foresee myself being invested in their pairing. I also though am not the type of viewer who is like, oh my god, I can't watch this. Let me fast forward it. It's totally icky gross. Oh my gosh, it's ruining the show. I hate it forever. How can Frank Valentini still have his job? I don't feel that way.
Right.
But the possibility of maybe, even though she looks just like Georgie,
She sure does.
maybe recasting to somebody who's a little older, so Danny has somebody that's not Charlotte,
Yeah.
might be a good idea. And as for Rocco was such a solid character on his own that I don't think he needs romance.
No.
I think Rocco right now is thriving in the family drama
Yeah.
with the Brit and the Lulu and the trying to and the like also like the growing independence or the growing like I'm not going to just be this kind of Rocco anymore, whatever
Uh-huh.
that's going
Right.
on with him.
He's trying.
yeah.
He's trying.
Yeah, I think we're seeing him come of age, we'll say. So I think that Rocco is good where he's
Uh-huh.
at right now. And if we're gonna do the young love, then yeah, we should have sprinkled a little Soras on Georgie. And the fact that Georgie was on this week really reinforced it for me because before I was able to say, well, she's not on the show, but then they used her the day after I said, well, she's not on the show. So clearly
Yeah, they sure did.
they could if they wanted to.
And I'd hate to see them source her and change out the actress because my goodness, it's just the fact that she looks so much like Georgie. I love it.
I get it, but that's only one aspect. That's only one element.
Right.
You know, we could tell 1,000 stories with a great actress who's a little older. Not that this one's bad. She's just not the same age as Rocco, Danny, and Charlotte anymore.
No.
Like,
Nope.
they still had her singing with the kids at the nurses' ball.
Yep, they did. She looked goofy as all get out
She
too.
sure did. She was
So
twice
much
their
older
size.
than that.
Twice their size.
Yeah.
Of course, they could always change their parentage too, says Sandra. It's true. We could find out that Victor was lying and Valentine is actually some random hookup of Helena's.
Well, they did say that for a minute.
They did that for a second.
Yeah, they did.
And then they fixed it and they said, oh no, my boy. You see, Valentine, I got a piece of Helena myself back in the 70s. Mm-hmm. The 60s. Probably 60s.
Probably 60s.
Probably 60s. It was a time of free love. Understand? You must understand.
Yeah, you got to remember too, Helena had an appetite for
She
Lulu.
sure did. Oh my gosh, she would have given it to Luke.
Yep.
wouldn't
Oh,
give
she wanted to so bad. She really, that was Helena's biggest issue. Is well, not her biggest issue, but she wanted Luke. She wanted to make him miserable, but she also wanted him. She
Yeah.
did.
So I'm going to help my son Valentine conceive a child with your child. And it's going to be a Cassadine Spencer cross.
Yeah, she loved that.
Because I was never able to have it myself. I don't really want to talk about Curtis and Jordan.
You don't want to talk about Curtis and Jordan?
No.
Well, you kind of have to a little bit.
I kind of have to a little bit. I mean, so I mean, of everybody, and I'm pointing to the people in this story on my list right now. Of everybody, God, they're the most wrong.
Yeah. Curtis. Well, Curtis is not going to wind up with. I probably won't come up until the baby's born. Maybe I don't know, but Curtis ain't going to stick to that 50-50 thing. That's Portia's not going to go for that because she's not going to want Jordan around the baby.
I
And
don't.
he intends to play house with Jordan and that baby.
Why is Trina not mad at Curtis?
I don't know.
I just need these. I need these questions answered by the show. I just need it. I just can't. And Kelly, I don't know if maybe you're picking on something I'm not, or Cheryl or Tyrone or somebody out there, David or Jeannie. I don't know. I don't know if there's somebody out there that's picking up on something that I'm not. But what the heck?
Yeah.
They're the most wrong.
Nobody
Portia's
except for Curtis was happy about the baby being Curtis's.
Portia's not even Portia. You're right. You're totally right on that. And Portia's not even like actively, like, she is, but she's not at the same level that Curtis is engaging with Jordan. Portia's not engaging at that level with Isiah. Like Curtis is practically ready to walk down the aisle with Jordan again already.
Yeah, he is.
Just like, oh, and then when the baby's here, it's gonna be great, and we're gonna raise it together as if it was our baby, and then
Portia's not going to go for that.
Maybe Portia's not gonna want the 50-50. Maybe she's gonna be like, all right, obsessive, 75-25.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not going to stick to that 50-50. I just don't believe that she will. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see what General Hospital decides to do. Are they going to have her have a healthy baby? Are they going to have her have a full-term baby?
Well, there's gonna have to be something in there, right?
Right. Well, you know how it is with General Hospital. Healthy babies are born in the ditch.
Well, then maybe the healthy baby will be born in the cabin.
Maybe.
Maybe the healthy baby will be born in the cabin, and Isiah's gonna have to deliver the baby, and Isiah's gonna hold the baby and go, wait a minute. This baby looks just like me. Are you lying, Porsha? Did something happen to the test?
Well, that doesn't make any sense, though, because she wanted the baby to be Isiah's. Why would she lie? That's what she wanted.
Because she's not lying. This was a test performed at General Hospital, folks. They don't even lock the door. Okay?
That's true.
There is one element, and Professor Angela helped me remember this element when I was talking to her on the phone. There's one element that came up and went away very quickly during the Who Shot Drew story.
Okay.
And that was Curtis saying, hey, Mace Wu, why don't you do something about this? Oh, never mind, don't.
Yeah, I remember that.
Why the F?
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
Would we be including that if it wasn't to have some sort of consequence because of it later?
Yeah.
Which opens up the possibility that Ms. Wu decided that she wanted F with one Curtis Ashford.
Could be.
Isn't Brad still working in the lab?
Yeah.
Is he?
I think so.
Did he get that job back? I'm not sure.
I think he did.
But regardless, they don't lock the door. It'd be pretty easy for Miss Wu to do something because she had before.
Oh yeah.
So I'm thinking that if there is a possibility of this being incorrect and it actually is Isiah's baby, because Miss Wu did something. Because otherwise, I don't understand why they did the Curtis thing unless it was just like a, oops, we shouldn't have included him at all in this.
Yeah.
I don't know what that would have been done for.
Yeah, the only people that are going to be happy about it is maybe Aunt Stella and Hat Daddy.
Yeah, they're going to be super thrilled.
They're going to be super thrilled.
They're going to be super thrilled, and Stella's not going to be able to stay out of Portia's business. It's going to be great. If I was Curtis, I would have a second DNA test done. How do we know Portia didn't rig the test results to fix the relationship with her and Trina? I wouldn't trust Portia as far as I could. Oh, David. I'm not going to finish that one.
Well, yeah, good. Well, I don't think, her family doesn't trust her because she has a tendency to lie.
She has a tendency to not say everything that's going on in her life. That's for sure. That's for
Right.
sure. But you're totally right. She wanted the baby to be Isiah, so there's really no reason for them to do. She can repair her relationship with Trina without lying about who the baby daddy is and all that sort of stuff. And she probably would prefer to fix her relationships with people without more lies.
And since, Trina and the baby, Trina is going to, regardless, sure. Now, the baby right now is her full sibling. Well, she was going to have a relationship with the baby regardless. Still going to be her little brother or sister.
Totally. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Because it's still her mommy's baby.
Yep. Still her
Even if
mom.
it's not her daddy's baby, it's her mommy's baby.
Yep.
And Isaiah's on that same train too. Listen, even though this ain't my kid, I'm still gonna be there for you, babe. Still gonna
Yes.
be on your side.
Yep. That's what he
You
said.
and me against the world. Just do Macho Man now,
Yep.
because he's such a macho man.
He is a macho dad.
Macho man in that towel. You guys saw the towel this week, didn't you? They found a very quick excuse to get Isiah in a towel. All right,
Yeah.
he needed to go wash off his feelings. All right.
Yeah. 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 I think a lot of people actually do that, though, A lot of people do that.
Oh, all right.
It-
Well, hey, congratulations, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
It's like
shower my depression off.
cry. It is. Shower's a good place to cry.
Oh, Tyrone says that Isiah is a good guy. He's too nice to Porsha, though. More than she deserves. Some people just don't reciprocate in a real relationship with someone new. I
Right.
don't know. I mean, I guess we're not there for. I don't know. You're right. You're right. I wanted to try to come up with a defense for it, but I can't. Tyrone, you totally caught that one. 100%. It's fairly one-sided, but not in like a bad way. Like, he's definitely giving more than Porsha is right now, but I don't feel as though like Porsha is taking.
Right.
So I don't know. She just needs to find her groove in the relationship as well. I love that Porsha is having. I would love Porsha having a disabled child storyline. It'd be Emmy-worthy, says Rochelle. I don't really know what the future holds. I think that it's this is tense. This is tense. Okay, because famously, General Hospital struggles to give birth to black characters. They
Right.
just struggle. They just struggle to write a story in which it works out.
Yep.
And so to write a story in which it does work out, but then the baby's disabled on top of that, I don't know. I don't know what the reaction to would be from the people that they're trying to make happy with the story.
Right.
And that's the beauty of soaps, man. You got all these different stories to try to make different elements happy. So they did spina bifida with Donna, but it didn't really do anything, though.
No, and her surgery was a resounding success, and
Yeah.
there's nothing ever
It was
about
more
it.
like a PSA,
Yeah.
than anything else.
Yep.
Right above David's comment. She's an older mother. It may be born with something wrong. Okay, you're right, Cheryl. Cheryl caught it first. I just read David's comment, but Cheryl, much more nicely, without farting on people. David, you're weird. You're a weird man, but I'm here for it. Keep it coming. Keep it coming, you strange person. She's an older mother. It may be born with the baby may be born with something wrong. We need a new storyline. Porsha focused on her disabled child. Maybe I don't know because yes, no, yes and no. No for the reasons that I just said, but yes also because it's 2026 and people are ready for those stories.
Well, like over there on Days, we have a character that has Downs.
Yeah, and autism as well on the other
Yes.
one. On the other character.
Yep.
Other character. They're
And we
older.
have
They're not
Theo
babies.
on General Hospital. He has autism as well.
Yeah.
And the actor really does have autism.
Right. So who knows what the future holds? I don't. I just want happiness, I guess. But why do I want that on a soap? I'm crazy for wanting that.
Well, yeah, I tell you, happiness gets boring after a
It
little
sure
bit,
does. It sure does. It sure does. Happiness sends the baby right upstairs to the attic.
right? Sure does.
Totally. Totally.
And it was interesting. We got to see Wheezy face on. I didn't
Yeah, we
realize
did.
that's who it was
We
at first.
did. We did see Wheezy face on.
We
That's when
saw
they.
Wheezy face
That's when
on
they dropped the
Chase
Peter name,
airplane with her.
reminding us of good guy Chase, reminding us of why Chase and Brooklyn got together to begin with.
You know, I I wouldn't be surprised if Chase winds up leaving the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I understand. I understand why you say that. Because not what one Joss Wicker doesn't necessarily need it, right? Like he's got plenty going on elsewhere. So does his wife, right? Seem to
Yep.
be very happy, very well to do. The character of Chase, especially since the Bailey Lou story, has really not added much.
No, not a lot. And they had all of his family move away or die.
Right. I mean, he doesn't really have ties anymore except for Brooklyn. Yeah, I think that they could. They absolutely could. They absolutely could. He's definitely become an unnecessary character. Not an unwanted or unliked, but unnecessary.
Be a beat cop, and maybe when he finds out, you know, he and Brooklyn's relationship, even though they seem to be working through things now, I don't think they're going to survive. I
Especially
don't.
when Willow starts to flirt with him hardcore.
Yes, and I think that he's going to have his clothes fall off with her on accident.
I never
And
understand
I
that
think,
sort of stuff, but I just gotta accept it.
and then he's going to find out the truth that the evil queen has taken over Snow White, and that he's going to feel like a fool, and maybe he'll leave.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like that's just how he blew into town, was because he was going to be a cop in Port Charles and
Exactly.
left the precinct he was at,
Right.
the state.
Only to find himself in the same criminal circle. Oh, goodness.
Yep,
Oh, goodness. He even dated that criminal's sister.
he
Loved
did.
her. Still does.
Yep,
Still does a little too much, Mr. Chase.
yep.
Back it off. Back it off. Back it off. Back it off. Back it off.
And he's another thing is he's still I don't know what I was going to say.
He's still a dum dum, is what he is. He's just a big, dumb, stupid, good man who loves Brooklyn. He's everything. He's everything. He just doesn't realize how he's
He's going
going
to
too
feel
far.
really foolish when he finds out that Willow basically is just taking advantage of him.
And that's what we're all waiting for. That's it. We're just sitting here waiting to get to that. And so I think that it would actually behoove the show to get to that sooner. 4 weeks
Yeah.
rather than 6 type of thing. Just because we all know where it's going and we all want to see it. You know,
Right.
I understand that the story's got to get there.
And he brought up a baby again with Brooklyn, and Brooklyn is like, no, Brooklyn really, to me, it's not a good excuse anymore, because her relationship with Gio is getting much better. He is minutes away from starting to call her mom.
Yeah, that actually might be the thing that splits it up more than a Willow thing. Brooklyn, and they should definitely need to explore this, and I hope that they do. Brooklyn was all for having a baby until she realized she already had one.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I'm really not Chase. Like I didn't realize it at the time, but learning that Gio's my kid really took the wind out of my sails when it comes to adopting one with you. No offense, it has nothing to do with you or anything like that. But your dreams of like raising a kid with me, I'm just really not on board with anymore because I got a kid. This is what I wanted. They should explore that. They really should.
I think they should. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe he'll take a vacation to his brother's house to see Violet. He should, Cheryl. He should. He should.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right, Cat Chase will be blindsided by Willow's guilt. He doesn't see it. He's going to be so surprised. And then she's going
And
to knock him out.
he's gonna feel foolish, and he's gonna feel very manipulated too.
He's going to be so embarrassed he's going to have to go move to Seattle with Finn. There you go. He's being written out, Ma. You got it.
Hi.
You got it. We're starting rumors here all morning long on the 10th floor. That's what we want. That's what we want. Ultimately, and then I think this is the last thing we're going to say this week. Ultimately, Ma, Callum is a short-term villain. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not gone in 2 months.
I agree with you. I don't think he's going to be a long-term villain either. I think he's going to be short-lived, and I wouldn't be surprised if Brennan winds up killing him.
Ooh, not Jocelyn. Jocelyn already has 2 bodies on her hands. She doesn't need another one.
No.
Man, they really wrote Vaughn off, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
They totally wrote that guy off. That wasn't a plot beat. He was done.
He was done.
He was done. Wow. See, told you. Didn't I say that he would have been better served to Jocelyn dying?
Yeah.
Well.
They could have kept the other guy.
Dex.
Huh?
Dex.
Yeah, they could have kept Dex and played the exact same beat.
They should. Actually,
Right?
they should bring him back. I'm telling you.
They could have just done the exact same thing with Dex, but I guess, they wanted to give, I guess they just wanted to give Cyrus another victim.
They needed to give Cyrus it was the perfect, it's what they decided to do to push the Jocelyn narrative. The two characters died for it, but it was to put Jocelyn in the WSB. Something needed to happen to Dex so she could be manipulated into getting to revenge, so she could be brought into. That's the story they told. They didn't need to do anything, but that's the story they told.
Right.
So they were necessary plot beats for that particular one. So, but as we all know, it's so bland, and I think that Joss and Dex are better than Joss and anybody, really, that they have offered us up so far.
Yeah.
And it would take somebody to the, caliber of Dex, I guess. And I'm not saying that they were the super couple of the decade or anything like that.
I cannot think of anybody on the show right now to pair her with.
Exactly. And I think Dex really, really fit well with Jocelyn, especially when they started to explore stuff outside of them just getting naked.
Yep.
Anyway, folks. Hey, Vita, you came on just in time for us to say goodbye. We started really late, but we have to be timely, and it's 12:30. That's my body is used to stop talking at this point, so that's what's going on.
And we need a break.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I mean, you wanna, or do you wanna just call it a day? Because we can call it a day if you want to.
Well, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about it in a minute. All right. Mom went dancing for Valentine's Day last night, and she is beat. So we'll talk to see if we have the spoons, as they say.
I hurt my knee dancing, and my knee is killing me.
We'll see if we have the spoons for the 1:30, but don't be surprised if we don't. Folks, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want some more. Come on back next week to talk more General Hospital, because it's going to be hot. It's going to be a poppin'. The story is going to be running a mile a minute, all right? Lucas is in trouble. Jocelyn.
Lucas is in big trouble, and he already is feeling foolish, like, oh my gosh. So even Carly came to the island and apologized, and even apologized to Marco and basically groveled.
I look forward to the Van Hansis of it all next week.
Yeah.
So like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want some more. Come on back at 1:30 to see if we're talking about Days and Beyond the Gates. Here's the thing. Go back down to the first floor. Get into your cars. Turn your radios to previous episodes of the 10th floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you can't find it on your favorite podcasting platform, reach out to us on Twitter at 10th floor GH, and we'll send you in the right direction. Like the video if you had a good time. Subscribe to the channel if you want some more. Go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
And I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you next week live right here on the 10th floor. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.